ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् समचरण सरोजम् सान्द्रनीलाम्बुदाभम् जघननिहितपाणिम् मण्डनम् मण्डनानाम् तरुणतुलसीमालाम् कन्धरम् कञ्चनेत्रम् सदय धवलहासम् विठ्ठलम् चिन्तयामि विठ्ठलं चिन्तयामि. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Eknathi Bhagawat session. We are doing chapter 13. We have finished verse 490 Ovis. We begin from 490 that. Over to you, Sri Hariji.
491. Can one talk about any state of mind which he has not experienced? This proves that only one Atman pervades all the three states. 492. You may say that in waking state, you may say that in waking state, the sense organs have power to see, and in the dream, it is the mind which sees, while in the deep sleep, there is total ignorance and no perception at all. Thus, you will say that man sees is not understood. 493. O Brahmins, please listen to the answer carefully. The mind and the organs are not independent living things. How can they have power to see? 494. Only one Atman is there who is witness, the director of the mind, the illuminator of organs, and the indicator of sleep. 495. Now you may say that Atman is not there at all in the sleeping state, but this statement does not stand to the test of actual experience. Who says that I was asleep happily? 496. It is Atman. He is different from the activities of Prakriti. It is he who illuminates body and other states, and it is he who controls the gunas and organs. 497. It is evident that organs are not Atman because the functions of organs are of a limited scope. And Atman is the all-doer, doing everything, and it is the supreme principle, and though it acts, it is actionless. 498. Mind is also not Atman. Mind is of nature of thinking and doubting, while Atman is simple without any doubt and without parallel. He is the place of rest and the state of peace for all the world. 499. He is the witness even in the state of sleep, and his existence is single but totally pervading all the three worlds. Please remember well that I am that Atman without a second. 500. With such logic, the Atman should be skillfully determined with all its glory, and such a man only makes it possible for yoga to be accomplished successfully.
You're on mute, Varshaji.
Sorry. एवं विमृश्य गुणतो मनसस्त्र्यवस्था मन्मायया मयि कृता इति निश्चितार्थाः संच्छिद्य हार्दमनुमानसदुक्तितीक्ष्णज्ञानासिना भजतमाखिल संशयाधिम्.
Meaning of the verse: you should think like this and arrive at the conclusion about the nature of the self, that the three states of mind born out of three gunas are falsely superimposed on me as the jiva, but my delusive power maya and should cut at the root of egoism, the basis of all doubts, with the sword of wisdom fortified by reasoning, the precepts of saints and the texts of Shruti, Upanishads, and join in the unity with me seated in your heart. You should think like this and arrive at the conclusion about the nature of the self, that the three states of mind born out of three gunas are falsely superimposed on me as the jiva, but my delusive power, maya, and should cut at the root of egoism, the basis of all these doubts, with the sword of wisdom fortified by reasoning, the precepts of saints and the text of Shrutis and join in the unity with me seated in your heart. 501. The actions advised by me to you are consented to by the Shrutis and sciences. You should take them into consideration and solve the riddle of worldly life on the path of spirituality. 502. The gunas are the cause of bondage of the worldly life, and the mind is filled with more or less of each guna. The root Maya, which covers me, hides me from the vision of the ignorant, is the main cause of illusion. 503. Just as water creates a sheet in front of the pupil of the eye, which water is from the eye only, my Maya, which is strengthened by my own power, has covered my real experience from the sight of ignorant men. Real appearance from the sight of ignorant men. 504. Or at full moon night, there is a shadow of earth on the moon, which creates a black surface on the moon by illusion. 505. When we consider the great distance between the earth and the moon, we know that the black spot or area of the moon is not real, but people out of ignorance take it to be real. 506. Similar is the function of Maya in me. It has not even touched me, but people are deceived by its false appearance. 507. They therefore take up the responsibility of actions upon themselves, which are actually happening due to the gunas. This increases the passions for enjoying the objects of pleasure. 508. In short, the bondage of both the physical body and the subtle body is actually false. Therefore, the seeker should employ the means as told by me in order to destroy the bondage. 509. If only one speculates about these means, logically one gets only hypothetical word knowledge. The bondage of ignorance is not cut by it. For that, one should go near the saints and surrender oneself to them. 510. Among the saints, also the real saintlyhood is in the Sadguru only. Thus, one should serve the feet of the Sadguru. By that service, the bondage of the worldly life is cut because Sadguru is the real saint and Godman. 511. The sweet advice which that Sadguru gives has the same meaning as in the Upanishads. By that, the disciple receives the sword of knowledge, which sword can be held in the hand of intellect. 512. One should sharpen that sword on the grinding stone of desirelessness and the quality of having no hope at all about anything. The hilt of this sword should be of courage, and this sword should be held within the mind. 513. The sword should be practically of the same nature as oneself, and by one sudden sweep, the pride of the body should be snapped. 514. This pride is the root of all doubt. This pride gives pain to the body. By this pride, man is addicted to the sense objects. This pride nourishes the lust and anger. 515. The pride brings about all disasters. The sense of my and the attachment due to that is the daughter of this pride. Maya is the mother who nourishes the sense of mind, and taking the strength from this Maya, this pride becomes so forceful. 517. The brave men should therefore stand with great courage in the field of war, which is the mind, and should hit the sword with such force. 518. That in one moment Maya, the sense of mind and the sense of pride will be cut asunder in many parts. 519. One should destroy the three factors, namely the object of enjoyment, the act of enjoying, and the one who enjoys. Also, the action, the activity, and the doer, and the meditation, the aim of meditation, and the meditator. 520. Even the idea that I am, who am I, or the assertion that I am that Brahman, which are the statements created by the sense of pride about oneself, should be cut away, by which act the seeker attains the position near my feet, and thus the seekers become Brahman themselves. 521. Now you may ask, what are you telling is nothing but words. One may go on talking about this at the topmost voice, but how can one kill the pride actually? 522. Had it been possible to destroy the pride by words only, why would so many intellectuals have been drowned in their pride? If the 523. If the pride would stand personally in front of us, it would have been possible for us to attack it and destroy it. But pride cannot be determined by logic. Therefore, it cannot be destroyed by words. 524. Similarly, you will say that the realization of experiencing of the Atman is not a matter of playing on words. So, listen to the reply which will satisfy you. 525. One who is always alert and worships me with all his faith, or having a conviction that the Sadguru and I are the one, does service to his feet. 526. And one who knows both of us to be same and worships me with that sense of unity gets self-knowledge easily. 527. As such, devotees are naturally engrossed in my worship. They get this sword of knowledge, looking at the brilliance of which even the death as time fears in his heart. 528. Being afraid of this weapon, Maya, sense of mine, and the pride run away from the jiva. This you must understand properly. 529. If the seeker sets about to kill the ignorance and the ego, etc., they themselves run away from him due to fear. And thus, the man becomes aware that the pride, the sense of mind, and ignorance are nowhere to be seen. 530. When the man worships me with deep devotion, he attains such knowledge. Here the mind will ask, where should this worship be done? 531. Because your nature is beyond your imagination, it is subtle, abstract, and beyond the three gunas. We therefore do not know which place in this world is such where you can be approached for worship. 532. The Lord said, your mind may think like this, so please listen to me. I am telling you the best place for my worship. 533. Without going beyond innumerable mountains or going into ravines and caves, and without going far away, you can meet me very easily at all times. 534. That place where I reside is beyond comparison. It is a very easy place to reach for my devotees who worship me and take refuge in me. 535. Atma Ram, which is the resting place for all happiness, living in us all the time in a very peaceful state, and it is therefore that I am to be worshipped with love. 536. Right from the Brahmadeva to the little fly, I am alone in the heart of all beings. One who knows this is really fortunate, and to meditate on me there is the best worship for reaching me. 537. By the light of the dweller of the heart, which is me, mind, intellect, and other faculties function, and by the inspiration received from me, all the knowledge serves the feet of the devotee. 538. But seldom anybody turns inside to worship me in his heart, and being tired and frustrated by undertaking various outward penances, people suffer from many calamities. 539. Rare among such people is a man of great fortune who recognizes me in his heart and with determination worships me there. 540. By that worship, he becomes desireless and attains self-knowledge, which never lets the man down nor causes his downfall. 541. I give to such devotees who worship me in their heart such knowledge by the fear of which pride disappears. 542. When that knowledge is assimilated, all the sufferings are finished, all doubts are dead, and the devotee reaches the state of Atman. 543. It is therefore that I said emphatically that the courageous seeker should break into pieces all the doubts by the brilliant weapon. 544. There will be a question upon this. One may ask that since the worldly life is all around us, how can it be cut by any weapon? 545. The Lord Sri Krishna tells further in the next verse that all this worldly life is nothing but a great illusion.
ईक्षेत विभ्रममिदं मनसो विलासं दृष्टं विनष्टमतिलोलमलातचक्रम् विज्ञानमेकमुरुधेव विभाति माया स्वप्नस्त्रिधा गुणविसर्गकृतो विकल्पः.
Meaning of the verse, one should look upon this world as an illusion. It is creation of the mind, open to perception and temporary as a dream, and unsteady like a revolving firebrand. Consciousness, though one, appears as many, and this threefold division of the body, the organs, and the mind born out of the projection of three gunas is a mere illusory appearance. 546. All this that appears right from the body at the physical level to the ego or aham at the highest spiritual level is nothing but the play of the mind, and all this is illusion. 547. In the dream, mind looks at everything within itself. Similarly, ignorance creates this very lengthy dream of this life. 548. What is false appearance? When a man sees apparently something else superimposed upon any object, that is called false or illusory appearance. For example, silver appears on the surface of shell, a serpent appears on the rope. 549. Or where there are only sun rays, people see some water as a mirage. Similarly, when there is only one pure Brahman everywhere, people call it the world. 550. I is the cause of that superimposition. When a torch is revolved speedily, we see a circle of fire, which is the illusion created by our limited power of perception. 551. In that circle of fire, the fire in the torch is a fact, and the appearance of the circle is the illusion. Taking this as comparison, the world is false and the Brahman is a fact. 552. In this world, the physical and the environmental or divine disturbances are as illusory as the circle of fire and are results of the Maya with its three gunas. 553. When the torch is revolved, there is an appearance of a point of fire very briefly throughout the orbit of the fire, but it is very temporary. Similarly, the world appears, but all forms and shapes are temporary. 554. The circle of fire appears so long as we revolve the torch speedily, but when we stop the movement, the circle also disappears. 555. Similarly, so long as there is delusion, the world appears to be real, but when the delusion disappears, the world also disappears from our vision. 556. The main cause of illusion is to suppose ourselves as the body and wife and children as our possessions. Ordinary stupid people proudly say that they are free, though they do not snap this illusory relationship. 557. The Lord further advises how to understand this unreality of the world, how to give up attachment, and to experience inner peace further.
दृष्टिं ततः प्रतिनिवर्त्य निवृत्ततृष्णः तूष्णीं भवेन्निजसुखानुभवो निरीहः सन्दृश्यते क्वच यदीदमवस्तु बुद्ध्या त्यक्ते भ्रमाय न भवेत् स्मृतिरानिपातात्.
Meaning of the verse, therefore, one should divert one's attention from the body. One should remain absorbed in one's own blissful nature. His thirst for enjoyment of sense objects should cease. He should remain peaceful and effortless. Even though one may be aware of the body while functioning in it, it cannot delude one because one has seen it as unreal. No doubt, awareness of the body remains till death, but there is no attachment. 558. The vision is already clear by constant devotional practices, and the three factors, namely the seer, the seeing, and the seen, etc., are also known as unreal. 559. When the vision is thus clear and undisturbed, the devotee sees me as the dweller in his heart, just as a wise man looks at gold and not so much at the shape of the ornament. 560. At that time, the three factors should be neglected, and the me residing in the heart should be the object of meditation and it should give satisfaction. 561. For that, all expectations should be given up. There should be silence of the speech, and physical activities should be kept to the minimum. 562. The devotee should put aside all the Vedas and scriptures with their details. Arguments should not be indulged in, and he should so ardently hold on to God that hope for mundane achievements must be totally uprooted. 563. He should control his body, speech, and mind. Atman should not be lost sight of, which should always be paid total attention. 564. Then he will not remember the body and its demands. The mind, together with the sense of ego, disappears. There is full flow of self-bliss. 565. In that state, there is no dimension, no front, and no back. There is neither oneness nor two-ness. There is no difference between the devotee and the God. The devotee becomes happiness itself. It does not remain his attribute only. 566. He is merged into the state of bliss of Atman and says to himself, I am happiness myself. I do not know anything else. My devotees are so fortunate. 567. You may imagine that he must be lying like a log, but it is not so. He is acting in his body without any selfish motive. 568. He is doing all actions of the body since by birth he is so destined, but does not have any feeling of pride about his body. 569. The potter may take away the stick from the wheel, but the momentum already given to the wheel, it continues to rotate for a while. Similarly, the body of this devotee functions in accordance with the predestined nature of the body. 570. A fly sitting on the potter's wheel moves with it, and it also takes hundreds of rounds automatically without doing anything. The bodily functions of the man in freedom are like that. 571. The man. Hari Om. Hari Om Varshaji. You wanted me to stop, is it? No, right?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Sorry, did I
I'm-
sound something? No.
No, I'm sorry. I heard.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
570. A fly sitting on the potter's wheel moves with it, and it also takes hundreds of rounds automatically without doing anything. The bodily functions of the man in freedom are like that. 571. The man of self-knowledge does not think himself to be the doer while doing bodily functions. Just as a dry leaf moves on the breeze, but it has no volition of itself, so are the activities automatic in case of a man of self-knowledge. 572. Just as the shadow of a man is always with him, but he is not attached to it, so also the body of such a man is with him, but he is not affected by it. 573. If we try to catch our shadow, we cannot do it because the shadow moves away from the body. Similarly, when my devotees look at Maya, it being illusory disappears. 574. A pearl necklace appears like a serpent, but when that illusion is removed, we can put it around our neck without fear of the serpent. 575. Similarly, the man of self-knowledge very well knows that body is illusory, whether it is of a lower animal or a human being, or it may be respectable or not. 576. As such, men are rich with self-knowledge. They know that physical body is only on appearance, and therefore, though they function in their bodies, they are not attached to those bodies. 577. Such a man is not proud of his body or afraid of death, though his body is cut or eaten by wild animals like tiger, wolf, etc., or it is burnt. 578. Just as a man is not bothered even if his shadow falls on a pole of stake, so such a man is not afraid even his body is scorched. 579. Now you may ask, how does the pride of the body does not affect when we are living in the body? Can salt remain as salt by giving up its taste? Can salt remain as salt by giving up its taste? 580. Can asphotidia give up its smell and have fragrance? Can a banana tree stand erect by giving up all its water content? 581. Declaring that I will not fight. If a soldier enters warfield, he is bound to get hurt. Similarly, when we act with the physical body, the sense of minus about the body will not leave us. 582. Now, please listen to the reply. The man of knowledge is not affected by his awareness of that body. That awareness is like a roasted seed. 583. The roasted seed, if eaten, can satisfy our hunger, but remember that if it is sown, it will not sprout. 584. A tiger is visible in a picture, but it cannot pounce upon us and kill us. Similarly, the identification with the body in the case of a wise man is only namesake. It does not disturb his mind. 585. Just as the tiger painted in a picture is not a living tiger, similarly, the body of the wise man has no power to affect him. 586. When a man definitely realizes Atmaram, the spiritual entity in his heart, his mind is totally absorbed in meditation on it, and therefore, even if he looks on any object, the power of that object does not act upon him. 587. Now, the Lord Sri Krishna is telling how the free persons behave when the memory of having their own body is gone. 588. He is telling the main sign of samadhi, in which, though actions are going on, the body has no normal nature, which creates attachment.
देहञ्च नश्वरमवस्थितमुत्थितं वा सिद्धो न पश्यति यतोऽध्यगमत्स्वरूपम् दैवादपेतुमुत दैववशादुपेतम् वासो यथा परिकृतं मदिरामदान्धः.
Meaning of the verse: a man is established in the self no longer cognizes his perishable body, by means of which he has realized his self as risen or settled, gone out or come back by chance. This is similar to the man under the influence of wine, who is not aware whether his garment is in place or has fallen therefrom. 589. A person who has attained wisdom and unity with me through devotion by the help of his body forgets even that body and does not look at it as the me or the mine. Suppose a person hired a horse to reach his home, but when a horse has done his duty, the person sometimes forgets the horse. 591. Supposing a woman goes.
Now we can pass. Good. Wow. And I love your reading things so nicely. Probably while reading, you were understanding it and reading, so we were getting that understanding effect on us. Very excellent reading. Please share your thoughts.
Yeah, so going back to the 491, right? Okay, so it started off again talking about okay, the three gunas, the cause of bondage, the different states was clearly explained again. So if it is the mind which can recognize the body in a waking state or sleep state or deep sleep state, actually is all is one. It is only Atman, and it says this: the mind is not related to the Atman; it is separate. So that was explained. That point I saw. Mind is not also Atman. Mind is of nature of thinking, and it is always doubting. While Atman is very simple, without any doubt and without any parallel. Right. So he is the place of. So this is how a clear distinction between what is an Atman. And now if the Atman gets identifies itself to me, this body, both physical and subtle body, then it becomes Jiva. So in essence, Atman is not Jiva. Jiva can become Atman, but Atman cannot become Jiva, something like that I felt when I read this. So uh, when the jiva is identifying by its body is actually jiva, and it doesn't realize that it is Atman. So in real sense, a jiva is an Atman only if it isolates from this physical body, does not identify itself with physical or subtle body. So because of all this happens because of the function of Maya. Maya is something like it is an illusory which creates this sense of division. So very clearly explained, and the point that is made is me and Sadguru are the same. So you should identify the right Sadguru, and if you surrender to Sadguru, it is you are surrendering to me. So the importance of Sadguru was also told here, and the pride. Again, yesterday is the same thing, today also same. The pride is the root cause of all these things. Again, the sense of attachment of minus, and that is the root cause of. So uh, Krishna says, Bhagavan says that we need to have you can find me. Where do I find? So meditation, again, it was talked about meditation is the only way where we can dissociate ourselves and come out of this feeling of my body, my minus and other things. So in this meditation, again, he says, where do I go and do meditation? Where can you find me? So God says, I'm very near to you, and I'm in your heart. I'm in the heart of every creature. So all we need to do is to do meditation inside. You need to look inside, is what told in certain verses. So very clearly how to do this Maya, and with that meditation, we can kill the Maya using the sword, and that particular verse I don't remember was very excellent. 536, right? I didn't mark it. No,
527.
527. Engrossed, they get sword of knowledge. Looking at the even death fears. Yeah, this sword of knowledge is what is more very, very important for us to kill
And
all
then
these
after
fears.
that also then we read 5 to 8 also, soon immediately after that.
Correct. Maya, being afraid of this weapon, Maya, the sense of mine and the pride runs away from the jiva. This you must understand properly.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
again, Bhagavan you may ask me like this, you may doubt me like this. So many questions actually. So Atma Ram, then, and in the last few verses, he explains, he tells us that don't have pride in me. You should put aside all the Vedas and scriptures when doing meditation. You should do it in a silence, without any speech, without any chanting, without any Vedas, everything put aside. You just do a meditation on me. Then you can control his body, speech, and mind. So all those things. So in that particular state, there is no front, no back, there is no oneness, no two-ness, there is no difference between devotee and God. Devotee becomes the happiness himself because it is Atmaram. So he is merged into the state of bliss. So lot of thing about meditation is being told how to do meditation. So we do not need to really worry while doing meditation that do I have to do the daily pujas, regular things, all those things. So meditation should be, according to me, at the end of all this, doing this physical everyday things, right? So I just got that feeling that, yeah, even though following the Vedas, doing pujas, chanting, all this is necessary only for us to reach a particular state to begin doing meditation and focusing ourselves towards the inwards towards the Paramatma and surrendering to himself. That is the purpose of doing all these things, which I think Bhagavan has clearly mentioned in these verses today. You should keep aside all these things, Vedas and knowledge, and also my knowledge. I know I am doing meditation. I am, so those kind of feeling also has to be removed. And one verse I saw that at that time should be neglected and the mere should be object of meditation should give Vedas. He should control his. I think I missed that particular verse, but even I am doing meditation, uh, those kind of things also should be removed, is what is told. Then he goes on to say, even though a man performs his own actions and duties, but he is not such a realized person, is not getting involved in it, and then it happens automatically without any effort, without getting any attachment into it. So that's why. So those kind of verses. I think beyond this, I couldn't digest much.
Oh, you have summarized very nice. Then towards the end, it's all those examples. You have done so well, Shri Hariji. Towards the end, then that fly sitting on the potter wheel is there. Then that
Correct.
dry leaf moving is there. Then it's all examples. All those examples are super good. The pearl necklace, you can put once that you know that it's not a snake. Then all the superimpositions only. Shadow superimposition is there. Beautiful. You have done it so well, Sri Hariji. Mm, yes, then the tiger example. Good. Well,
There
anybody
are
has any other?
two, yes, Vaishadish, there are two Ovis I missed to mark where God says that one can't even imagine where I am residing in.
Where I'm residing in.
Yeah.
Okay.
534.
534.
Ah,
533, 534.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it is so beautiful that we look out everywhere.
Correct, correct.
Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, and in the same verse, it is very easy place to reach for my devotee. Worship me and take refuge in me.
Hmm.
534.
It is in that peaceful state of mind where he resides.
You said you cannot meet easily. You can meet me very
In
easily.
536, it says the heart of all beings. So something like
Heart of all the
heart.
beings, yes. The three Ovis 534, 535, and 536.
Correct, correct. These 3, 4 verses, he says very clearly, I'm in you.
Then those examples, the illusion example, I remember that verse that Jirna Rajosha Yadvat, that was
Yeah.
My God, Narayani is going in another level only now.
Yeah. Yeah, even that Maya, because of that Maya, everything we assume we are doing or is happening.
That's lovely reading, no? Today's verses are so good. So many examples he gave. Shadow, this, that, my God. Hmm. We somehow hang on this, no? Again, when we have to talk. Beautiful. Good. So tomorrow we continue from 591.
591.
591. Tomorrow to start. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु Hari Om everyone. Thank you for joining. See you all tomorrow then.
Thank you, Ashaji. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Mishani.
Thank you. Hari Om.